Hello, my little crones, munchkins, and my little chickens. Well, I'm here. Kim too. I'm still here. Well, I don't think I'm going to have to do it much longer. Why? Because there are people speaking out about it. Well, maybe not the big people as of yet. About that American flag that I felt that she desecrated. Well, did you know that with the American flag, you're not supposed to do anything lewd in front of it? You're not supposed to have it on the ground. You're not supposed to stomp on it or walk on it. You're not supposed to set it on fire. And of course, you're not lewd anything like stand up against it naked. What was the word they had for that? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
But it was a word for it. So, yes. So, I found offense. So, in me finding my own...
Defile.
Thank you. She defiled that for me. And I began to think, if it would have been Beyonce that had did that, there would have been a whole lot of talk about it. Had it been Whoopi Goldberg, and let's say she had on shorts, it would have been a lot of talk about it. But it just seems to me, as you know, Blonde Me Kim, whenever I do things, I just get away with it because no one cares. Because as long as I'm showing body, it just seems like I can just get away with everything. And that is just so horrible for me. But all the way across the ocean, what's his name, Piers Morgan, said something. Well, thank goodness. It's horrible. It's sacrilegious to do that. At least that's what you said, the flag. It represents our country. You know? And, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there football players that refused to bow against the flag? But yet when Kim does something, she gets away with it. I just think these things are so unfair. So, with that being said, what do you have to say about that, Baby Crone?
Not much at all.
Well, since you don't have much to say about it, and since that's what this is all about, because it superseded Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. I'm not saying we're not done with that, most definitely, because that's what this was going to be about. But then Ray J done came up. But before I get to this, I also would like to definitely acknowledge all those that died on 9/11. You know what? Let's just say prayers going up for their family, and may their souls found their peace. But let's just give a moment of silence. Well, thank you. Just in memory of 9/11, we must remember that as we go on. That was a tragic day, you know. Now, before I go any further about what's going on, I want to know, what is Roblox? Now, as far as I know, that was a kid game. My daughter, Baby Crone, was playing Roblox since she was a little girl. They were just like games that you blocks or, you know. So anyway, Baby Crone, what are Roblox and what does it have to do with the Kim Kardashian and all of this? I know we'll get more into it on the Brown Round, but just briefly, can you tell me what is Roblox?
Yes, Roblox is a game designed for children, and it's called blocks because they are blocks looking characters.
Oh, okay.
And basically all you do is play games, basically, or build, meet friends. It's like a social app.
It's a social app for little kids.
Yeah.
So that videotape that Kim said that got Ray J all up in a huff, that could have never pollinated with Roblox.
No. Because, no, it's not like a place where you can post things outside of like a game.
So that was a lie.
Yes.
That was a lie what Kim told.
Yes.
To draw Ray J back into the fold.
Yes.
The video.
Mm-hmm.
So going to get the tapes, were there tapes? I am confused.
I don't know. They say it's alleged Kim had the tapes underneath her bed.
Okay. As I go through this murky water, with comedians, like I said, with Tiffany Haddish and Spears, there was a comedian that did pass over. I think it was last week. He died, and his name was David A. Arnold. He had just passed. He was a comedian. I heard that he was funny and he was rising. I will definitely talk a little bit more about him over the weekend when Baby Crone and I sit down and we talk. But right now that I understand that Roblox is for kids, that proves that was a lie. It's so sad to me that the Kardashians, they can continually do these things. And the thing that's most appalling for me, this is what this is. This is me being the blonde. Seems like blondes get away with everything in this country. So, and I would just like, justice is coming towards the Kardashians. Because you sat on, what is his name? Kylie Jenner and her mom?
Yes.
Sat on what show?
The late night show with James Campbell.
His name was James Campbell?
Gordon.
Okay, you know what, guys?
It's written right there.
His name is, his name is James Gordon, and neither one of us is great with names, so please, that's just one of our quirky ways about us. James Gordon, and I remember, I don't know, I think in this recent past episode that she had one of James Gordon Emmys on her table. So this is all them coming together and collaborating together. So this is no mistake. This is all a part of where they're trying to emerge to with James Gordon. I already know the story about this. So for her to be on that show, to do a lie detective test, and then ask some questions like, we don't know, like, do Kim stand in the mirror too much? Like somebody would say, no, of course. It just was so phony. And especially, this was done, 2 days ago? And when Ray J, I guys got to see all this, showed the receipts, you liar. You know what? Had it been a black man, or if it was this black man doing it, they'd be ready to put him behind bars. They was ready to put anybody who does something that's so horrible. But now, I want to know what they're going to do about this. I hope that Ray J take this to court. And I know it's about my name being cleared. I don't want to take it to court. Let me tell you, your name is never going to be cleared until you take it to court. Because at the end of the day, I really don't want to see this another year from now. If you're going to deal with it, Ray J, let's deal with this. If you're going to go for it, go for it. But no more. Let's just put it. What do you think, Baby Crone?
Yes.
Let's just put a tombstone on this, okay? Saying, I stood my ground. Take this to court, because that's the only way you're going to feel vindicated.
Yes, this is the last resort. It's court.
It's court. There is no other way. You got to take this stuff to court. And even though I know he's saying it's not about money, he was in the Dominican Republic last night ranting, honestly. And at first, and let me tell you, I personally, and I'm sure a lot of people, I never really respected Ray J, because I just thought that I was told that Ray J have a big, like she likes that big energy, I heard that about Kanye, and I definitely heard that about Ray J, and so, I don't know. I think Ray J is the one said he hit it first. Then Nick Cannon must have hit it second.
Who hasn't hit it is the question.
It's that who hasn't hit it. And then the game and who hasn't. And the thing is, I just said last week, when black men start talking, that you don't want that. You don't, But it's too late. Now that's just one voice. Because normally, when they see this thing start getting traction, everybody gonna start talking. And so, like I said, my heart goes out to Ray J. But all at the same time, that's all what you all men get. Going over there and messing with that strange fruit. Y'all done made this woman a billionaire. A multi-billionaire at that. And now they used you as a come up. They used all your brothers as a come up. They even used Pete. Once you think about it, he was used what? To piss Kanye off. To what? Hope that Kanye would react. This thing's I'm telling this woman is shameless. She will do anything to have the clout. And I think that she has used these black men. But you know what? Y'all wanted to go over there with that. Y'all wanted to go over there and play with that strange fruit. I don't understand it. And every last one of you left squealing. Hurt. It's sad though. It's really sad. You see, sometimes the grass looks greener on the other side. And sometimes it really, really is. But in this case, that grass is fake. Everything about it is fake. If you strike a match, I swear it'll blow up. I'm telling you, it's dry and fake grass. It looked real pretty from the outside. It looked real, real pretty. They the pretty ones. And you strike a match, that will blow up. And I hope that Ray J get the support. I think that they scandalized his name. I think they used him, and I'm being honest about this because, I never thought that Ray J was my favorite person. I thought that he mistreated women badly. Of course, I judged him on that because I've said this several times. I followed the Kardashians. I was definitely a follower. I bought their stuff. I still use their Kim's thing. I was a follower. And I guess even now, I follow, but I guess now I'm so disappointed with this family. And I guess I'm just disappointed with Kim. And most of all, what I feel like this family, not that I should really care, it just seemed like they made a mockery out of being black, out of being anything but themselves. And they can morph and be a chameleon and turn into any religion, any race, and now they going back to be the white girl, the dumb blonde. Well, you have to be a dumb blonde if you really think that you're gonna go over there and show your ass in a bikini with the flag, like, hey, I'm just like you, living in your multi-million home. And now you want to act like you're free. And you want to be a lawyer. You want to be an old cheap shot lawyer for yourself. To cover your own self. But it ain't going to work for you. Like I said, and what I said, that Hollywood witches, their kingdom is coming down. Brick by brick. And God help if Kanye start talking. God help if other guys start coming out talking about you, Kim. So, enough. And I guess it is something to be said when somebody is rising to fame or lies. Lies. We've been lied to. We've been hoodwinked. Malcolm X said, led astray, run amok by a con artist. They played us all. And yet, in a couple of months, or maybe next month, they'll be right back on air. Well, to me. And when they was on the show, it's just sad. And the thing is, what they don't even have talent. They're just famous for being famous. And you know, you might say, are you jealous? That's a good question. Yes, I'm jealous. I'm jealous that they get to ride the top. And I helped put them there because I believed that they were a wholesome family. Never did I think for 1 minute that it was all a hoax, and Kim had my pity. So, am I jealous? Not anymore. I used to look up to them. God, they've been on forever. So now Kim is getting ready to do a podcast. We the people, we got to make a stand. My only stand for them is I don't want them to be the representative of America. That's my biggest gripe. Not them. No. 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 Don't let them represent our America standard. No. And that's what's going on. So when Pierce, what was his name? Morgan. I was so happy. And it's like our country just turned a blind eye to what the Kardashians do. But that's okay. Because this lying, I mean, there have been people got locked up for lies. I don't even know what else to say. I think I said enough. And then they had your little girl up there, Kylie, the 25-year-old. She looked so pretty, talking about she had a sprained knee, but you had on stilettos. I don't know what you had on. Them big old heels and big, so you ain't have no knee problem, sweetie. Because if you had a knee problem, trust and believe you would not be walking in them hills. So, I hear you though, you look gorgeous. You did, you look gorgeous. You really did. And then Pierce Morgan going to say to her Bible, and she says Bible. And when the audience says, when he asked her the question, did you put those videos out there that you helped, whatever it was, paraphrasing, and she goes, oh no, it's okay. Looking as pretty as ever. It's okay, because she's a fly woman, don't get me wrong, when she want to be. And then says, no. Lies. Lies. I can't stand a liar. And it's lies right in our face. And I just want all of this to be over. So in my end of my rant that I came on to tell the news, but that shadowed everything, I hope that it goes to court. Because I want it all settled. I want everything out in the open. And if they are a lie, they need to be shut down. So that's what I want. This is what I came on to talk about. I had a lot of stuff, but I don't think I could talk about anything. Was that okay for me to do that?
Yes, because it is the breaking news of the weekend.
I mean, it overtopped. I mean, I came ready. I wanted to talk about Meghan Markle colorism. I wanted to talk about, Tiffany hat. I came in ready, but this just wiped me out. And it makes me, honestly, I don't know. All I know is I'm proud of Ray J. Because he did take a stand, finally. And he said, I don't want your money. In other words, you're not going to quiet me. So apparently, whenever he would go off, they would grease his pockets. And he'd go somewhere and sit down, thinking that they'll stop. But he realizes, wait a minute, I don't need the money. Why am I settling? Why are they getting rich and I can't even do, the celebrity dancing?
Yep, Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars, but I believe Ken danced it. And that's what I'm saying. It's such a double standard. And I hope, I really do, that it goes to court. And this is the reason. So everything could be laid out to rest. And we know, and nobody can talk about it because it's over. Because I seen Black China tried to take it. Kanye. Now, Humphrey. So it's a lot of people that gone up against these people. So Ray J, you seem like you're the one with the evidence. It's time for somebody to go up and fight against them. So I'm rooting for you, Ray J. Take them to court. It's not about the money. It's about the principle. So it's no longer your word against their word. If you want to be vindicated, then you're going to have to go to court. Doing it the way you're doing ain't going to work, baby boots. You're going to have to take this to court because it needs to be taken to court so the world can see that this family is a liar, a fraud, and most of all, that their mother is a pedophile. How could she watch her daughter have sex and pimping out her children? Oh,
yes, 3 different times and picked
and
the
pick
best.
the best one. If that's not disgusting.
An incestual.
I don't even know. You're right, baby Crone. I don't even know what you call it. But I know one thing. You can beat up our black men. You can go off on that. You can get on Tiffany Haddish. And you let this mother get away with pimping out her daughter. And she picked out the video. And I wouldn't even want to see my baby having sex with a man. That would just be too much for my
eyeballs. And as graphic as it is that they said to watch that.
And remember, they had 3 because the first one wasn't enough. She wanted the other one because she wanted them to make one to make Kimberly look better. Isn't that but a bitch? I'm sorry. I just want them to be. I want somebody to put a sign on their door saying what? Condemned. Condemned. Because the more they stand and get rich off of lies, off of stealing, off of they probably stole Britney money. You wouldn't put nothing past them. They are liars, cheaters, and users of black men. Sorry, and white men. Because they used you too. What's his name? Pete. And now Pete trying to get back. So, well, he can go on back with that craziness. She don't want him. He gonna use you too, boo. Use you to try to make Kanye jealous. And if Kanye know what I know, you need to be friends with Ray J and apologize to him if you haven't done that already. Y'all two need to be close now. It's time for brothers to start sticking together because if you're gonna go up against that empire, y'all gonna have to go as an army because those witches are powerful. Why? Because the white men are turning a deaf ear. They're acting like they don't see. The news acting like we don't hear. So in order for it to be heard, they're going to have to make some ruckus. I'm saying. So anyway, what do you think of that?
Yes, very juicy. Man, crazy. We was just enjoying our weekend and here goes Ray J spilling the hot tea.
Hot lemonade. Shoot, refreshment, child. Yes. Well, anyway, I done gotten comfortable. I mean, the thing is, no one is shocked. But what I am is that I'm shocked that he just exploded. Like I said, keep poking the bear. You ain't gonna be able to pay him off this time, the Kardashians. And if I were the other Kardashians, you know what I would do? I would bail. I would just walk away from this now. As soon as this episode airs or whatever this season, I would bail and get away from this. Because now, if you stay in it, the rest of them stay in it the way they do, that means you don't care. Because maybe you didn't know. Maybe a lot of them don't know everything. But now that you know, how can you, all of you, be a part? Now that you know, now all of you are a part of it because it's out in the open. Now I want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
Now that you know it's corrupt and it's built on lies, let's see what you do. Are you still going to support the show? Because if you do, then all of you go down together. And as far as I'm concerned, you all were in on it. So if you wasn't in on it, take your papers and bow out. Mercifully and go, I don't have anything to do with that. You know? So anyway, either way, the kingdom is coming down. Whether it's Ray J or whether it's something else, it's coming down. I had a video. What was it?
A while ago.
Months ago. 6 months ago, maybe?
Yeah, around when you started the channel, saying that the Kardashians their reign is gonna come.
It's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. And I'm telling you, the way it looked like, the only person that seemed like it's going to be standing at the end is going to be Kim. And I even think her mother might bow because it's starting to be too much. But the mother done a lot of crap.
Yes, Momager had her hands in everything.
She's an octopus too. So now she want to bail. Let's see, because you got the pedophilia with the two comedians. Let's see what this is going to be like, because this is freaky. How your mother going to look at a sex tape, pimp her daughter? Ooh, Lord, what times are we living in? Well, anyway.
Anything to get famous times.
And that's what they did. Her mother said I was meant to be famous. And she said by whatever means necessary. And even the father left out this relationship a woman. Every man they touch, they done messed their minds up.
The Kardashian
This is crazy.
curse.
This is craziness. Well, anyway. Whoo, Ray J, I wish you the best. This is the Crone. We are the Crones. We're here. We're sending up some good prayers for you. Hope that you don't lose your mind. Hope that you stay together. And most of all, we hope that you get what's yours. So please, you deserve to take this to court, that the world will know, and expose this family for the frauds that they are. Because if it was a black family, they would have ripped us to threads. And that's word.
Yes.
So I hope that you take it all away. If not, I don't want to hear it no more. If you're not willing to take it all away, I don't want to hear it. Take it to, like James Brown said, take it to the bridge.
Or as they like to say, keep that same energy.
Yeah. Keep that energy and take it to the bridge. Take it right where it needs to go, to court, so you can fight for your name, because the Norwood name is worth fighting for. And for your children. You doing it this way, take them to court. You got everything you need. Take them to court before your statute of limitations run out. Take them to court so the world can see your innocence. With that being said, I thank you for listening. My little crones, my little munchkins, and my little chickens.